from you. Call them at 855-GUN-BUY. That's 855-GUN, B-U-Y-S.
Don't miss Window Nation's once-in-a-lifetime offer no payments for 2 full years. No money down. Plus, all windows are discounted up to 50% off. 1-866-90-NATION.
Hi, I'm Rick Edelman with a warning. Millions of people are buying stocks they think are low in price. Watch out. A lot of investors have no idea the written financial engine. And let's review your investments and your entire financial situation and see if you're in good shape as this crisis continues. Not the time to go it alone. Call us at 888-PLAN-RISK. Talk with one of my colleagues here at Edelman Financial Engine.
Trying to navigate the new normal? Get information about COVID-19 at the Boston Children's website. BostonChildren's.org/COVID-19.
Now, more than ever, it matters where you get your news. WBZ News Radio.
That's when all the polls close. Tonight, the long Massachusetts primary season wraps up. Secretary of the Commonwealth Bill Galvin expecting a record number of votes out there today. He thinks more than half of voters either went out to vote early or mailed in those ballots.
Well, we expect anywhere from 200,000 to 300,000 persons to vote in person. It could go up. It's been extremely difficult to project because we've never had a circumstance like this before where we had so many people voting by mail.
On it, so they don't touch anything. Another change, the number of voting locations was reduced to ensure safe environments. So it hasn't been easy, but people are voting. And while the virus has closed a lot of doors, it's pretty clear that it has not silenced the voice of democracy. From Peabody, Carl Stevens, WBC Boston News Radio.
Now again, the polls close at 8 o'clock tonight. If you sent a mail-in ballot, but you're not sure if it showed up, there is a website up by the state. Not to vote in person if you sent the ballot back, but it never made it or it was rejected. Again, check that website. You can find out if it was accepted. And of course, we will be watching the results as they come in here in the newsroom. Tonight on Nightside with Dan Ray, lots to talk about that. Starting up right after the 8 o'clock news right here on WBZ News Radio. 7:03, it's time for couple of showers possible then as well with a high near 82. Right now, taking a look at the map, I've got 66 in Hingham right now, 65 north of town in Salem. West of the city, looking pretty nice in Springfield, we're at 73. And right now in Boston at 7:05, a couple of clouds right now as the sun goes down, and we're at 69 degrees. Well, teachers in Andover were back in the classroom today, but their battle with the town school department is not over. WBZ's Matt Shearer spoke with a high school social studies teacher.
Matthew Bach is the president of the Andover
Teachers Union does not believe the district has adequately planned out to have safe schools. And Dr. Jill Biden, the wife of Joe Biden, of course, says her husband would listen to educators if he's elected. She tells a school in Wilmington, Delaware, that Biden would have schools at the forefront of his mind if he made it to the White House.
He knows that schools are going to need the funds, to keep staff and students safe and provide them with protective gear.
Presidents voted 11-3 to postpone that season to the spring because of concerns surrounding the pandemic. Also today, more fallout at Fort Hood, Texas, over the death of Army Specialist Vanessa Guillen. She was missing for more than 2 months before her remains were found in late June. Her suspected killer took his own life.
Top commander at Fort Hood is being moved laterally so his planned successor can take over quickly. And Major General Scott Eppert will no longer be placed in command of an Army division as had been previously scheduled. The Army is also naming a 4-star general to head a new broad investigation of the chain of command handling of Vanessa Guillen's case. Lee Martinez, ABC News, Washington.
Fort Hood, by the way, where a soldier from Brockton who took his own life was based. The state's congressional delegation has now written to the Defense Department's Inspector General demanding an independent investigation into the circumstances of Sergeant Elder Fernandez's death. 7:08, time for Bloomberg Business.
The explosion in popularity of Zoom conference calls helped push Zoom to a 4-fold jump in revenue last quarter, pushing up that stock and helping lift Wall Street. Dow up 216 today. NASDAQ up 164. S&P up 26. NASDAQ and S&P now at new records. The COVID-19 pandemic is helping fuel what is on pace to be the worst year in U.S. history for corporate bankruptcy filings. 20 companies with over $50 million in liabilities filed.
Kids, 1-877 cards for kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 cars for kids. KARS cars for kids. 1-877 cars for kids. Donate your car today.
To learn more about our program and Go to carsforkids.com. It's Cars for Kids. Pickup is quick and easy. You'll also get a vacation voucher and maximum tax deduction.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Also accepting boats, motorcycles, RVs, and real estate donations.
In London, it's 10 p.m. Wednesday. In Singapore, it's 5 a.m. Thursday. And in San Francisco, it's 2 p.m. Wednesday. We call that ring central time. Time for your seniors needed. With super knowledgeable agents who take the time to understand your coverage needs and help you find the savings you deserve. Switch and save with USAA Insurance. Get a quote today at USAA.com/insurance. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for. Ability to receive a quote depends on membership eligibility. Membership eligibility and product restriction applies and are subject to change. United Services Automobile Association and affiliates. San Antonio, Texas. Sports now on WBZ News Radio.
Midway through the third quarter, and the Celtics are trailing the Raptors 64-62. C's led by 2 at the half, but Toronto has outscored them 16-12 in the quarter. Jason Tatum is leading the way for the C's with 21 points. Elsewhere around the league tonight, the Nuggets and Jazz will play Game 7 of their first-round matchup in just about an hour. Patriots practiced this morning, and with there being no preseason games around the league this season, Julian Edelman was asked if he thinks it's important for the players to get tackled before the season starts.
Definitely. You know, our coaches do a good job of putting us in drills and certain live contact situations, but, you know, of course, you'd like to go out and get hit and just kind of cobble it clear a little and, you know, kind of get ready for the season and know what it's going to be. You got to callous yourself. So, you know, you definitely need to be hit.
A bit warmer with a high in the mid-80s.
This is WBZ News Radio 1030, where the news walk never stops.
59 degrees right now in Boston as the sun goes down at 7:15. Good evening, I'm Nicole Davis. Here are the 5 things you need to know. President Trump in Kenosha, Wisconsin, promising to help business owners rebuild after riots over the police killing of Jacob Blake. Governor Baker says he ordered up to 1,000 National Guard troops to be put on standby because there was a potential for large-scale protests. Voters in Framingham telling WBZ TV the coronavirus could not keep them from going to the polls. And Apple and Google are joining forces now on a brand new app to help trace COVID-19 infections. 7:16, yes, it is primary day here in Massachusetts. The polls closing in about 45 minutes. So if you haven't cast your vote yet, you still have time to get out there and get it done. In the 4th Congressional District, a number of the candidates running for Congressman Joe Kennedy's seat are trying to whip up support all the way to the end. WBC's Tim Tunnicliffe caught up with 3 of the 7 Democrats in today's primary.
We're still strong. Sierra Star up at the Jake Auchincloss campaign. The Dayton City Councilor stuck for votes outside Norton Middle School. He knows it's going to be a close race, but is confident he's built a strong, full district. Social epidemiologist Natalia Linos and attorney Ben Siegel all believe COVID is the #1 priority facing the 4th district. Linos feels she's got a distinct advantage in that area. I'm feeling that people across our district have heard the message. There's an epidemiologist, a scientist running, and at a time of COVID, they want something different in Washington. Siegel says he believes he's the only real unifier in this race.
Our entire theme is we the 4th, and we are all in this together.
Tim Tunnicliffe, WBZ, Boston's News Radio.
Now on the Republican side, Attleboro military vet Julie Hall is running against another veteran from